Hello there, and welcome to episode 9 of Dragonhead Gaming. We're back here in Homebrew Vehicle Sandbox, and today we're going to be working on hovercrafts because I've noticed some people have been having trouble out on the forums. So today is a hovercraft tutorial. If I could spell. There we go. Alright. First thing I want to do, I like to drop that center of gravity, so we're nice and low to the ground and you're not dropping the boat too much, or the hovercraft in this case. There we go. Alright, now, first thing we want to do is we want to build our base to the width. So I want to drop 2 wide, and then we're going to go in each direction. Whoops. And that there. And 1, 2. Then we're going to go 2 in this direction. 1, 2. Let's go over here. Side will be a little easier. Alrighty. Now let's get a couple of curves. Let's go ahead and actually we're just going to do curve 2 just to close it. Make sure they're facing inwards like that. Then we're going to drop 2 more line 9s to close that off. Right on the ends there. Now they will overlap, and the reason for this is where actually where we're going to mount our engine. Alright, we're going to do the same thing on this side. Drop the lines and curve 2s. And close it off. Alrighty. Now, we should have it perfectly centered with the center of gravity right down there. Let's go ahead and take a look just to be sure. Yep. Alright. Now that we have this closed off, we're going to go ahead and start adding first our hovercraft engine parts, which will be the cushion inflator. Let's go ahead and add that right on the front there. Whoops. Okay. There we go. And this way you can see it running, and we're going to add the cushion nodes. Now we want to add 1 here, 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 and there. Essentially 5 on each side, and then we're going to add 2 on the end there. Alright. Now comes the fun part. Let's go ahead and just connect her up. Now you want to make sure they are facing like this. We can change the direction when we go in to performance so that they're all facing the right direction. Let's see, put it on the inside there, so let's put it on the inside there. And the ones on the end, whoops, I'm just going to put right there and right there. And just match them up with the other side. Super easy. Flip that over. And flip that over. Alright. Now that will give us our base. We want to make sure. Oh, that's one thing I didn't do. Okay. As you can see how these are slightly higher. What I want to do is I want to add, oops, go ahead and stay right there just like that. And go over here. Look at that. I want, oops, that actually right there. Now that should make it, there we go. Now we're even, which is gonna, we don't want it any kind of kinks or anything in that cushion. We want that to line up perfectly. All right, now while we have this, let's go ahead and get the cushions taken care of. Now what you need to do is, this is your main downflow. Now what you have is, you want to pick one side to be your intake, one side to be your output. So I'm just going to go ahead and pick, this is my output and this is my intake. So what we want to do is, we want the air to flow this way and come here. So we're going to want to change any arrows that aren't facing the right way. Just want to follow it around. Click on anything not facing the right way. And just click reverse direction. Click outside over here. Now everything should be in a perfect circular motion. Then click on the cushion and hit link cushion nodes. Now I like to follow the direction just to keep it uniform. And as you can see, it puts it in all the spots it needs to be. And then click outside here, unselect that, and you should have a perfectly even cushion, which is what you're looking for. And by keeping your center of gravity low, that's going to keep more stability for the vehicle. So let's go ahead and bake this, and we're going to start adding all our other parts. So let's get our propeller. Now this thing is extremely heavy, so we want to get this as far forward as we can. So I like to pick that one, and we'll put it right there and get it facing the correct way. There we go. As you can see, it puts it right up there in your face, but in the end, that's actually going to help us with the stability of our vehicle. And then we want to grab a seat. There we go. And I want to grab a line 9. What that's going to do is, it's going to give us our seat with a little bit of length in the front, so give us more view space. And alright, let's just put it right there in the front. Now you will go, oh, that's too far forward. Let's do a line 6. And you know, sometimes you'll get it right the first time, sometimes you won't. The objects just keep trying, and it's just like real life, trial and error. Sometimes you'll have somebody who'll come along and give you some hints and pointers of how to do it, but in the end, it's got to be you. Alright, now we're going to get a gyroscope. Well, actually, while we're at the batteries, let's go ahead and drop a couple of those, because I want... Now, your gyroscopes are controlled, the strength of them is by how many batteries you hook up. So if you hook up a 12-volt battery pack, you may just not be moving. I tend to use 2 of them, and that works perfect for just about everything. Alright, whoops. There's the gyroscope. Alright, I like to add this right in the front of your seat. And that way you can keep an eye on it, you know when it's running. Alright, now I just click those to either side of the seat. Make it super easy. Alright, let's bake that. Let's go ahead and look where our center of gravity is. And you can see it's still back here some. So what I'm going to want to do is... Alright, we're going to drop the fuel tanks. Yeah, I had to do a small little edit there. I had a glitch. Okay, and I don't want them just blocking our view too much. So let's try... Oops, did I not get... Oops. I want to get the end there. Let's see if we can't put it right. And that front one. Alright, and that, let's move that one around because we want it forward. Alright, it's not blocking our view too much. Then close that off. Now, One of the things I like to add, just because I put the fuel tanks forward like that, is just throw a camera out the back just so I can see what's going on. Oh, holy cow, I put that engine on totally sideways, didn't I? Alright, at least that's an easy fix. Okay, in the future, when you're building yours, make sure those exhausts are on the bottom. That way your vanes end up matching up where they're supposed to. And you don't look silly on the national internet. Alright. Then we got our base on this side. We want that at the far back one. There we go. There, now we won't be diving into the water when we go off. Thought that was kind of weird, all of a sudden there was a camera on top. Alright, let's put that right off the side there. Make sure it's facing backwards. And no, I am not perfect in this game. I make mistakes. Alright. Now, I'm going to have a little curved bar coming off of there to put our monitor on. Alright. Okay. You know what, let's just go ahead and... Whoops. I want it to be able to adjust it to face myself, so... Alright. I want to hit Shift Control so I can get it actually facing the cockpit. There we go. That looks good. I should be able to see all around me. Let's go ahead and bake this, head in here. Got that center of gravity closer up front, which I like. I'm going to go ahead and link everything to the one seat. Let's go ahead and link the fuel up. And we're going to go ahead... Oh, you know what? I didn't add the battery pack. Let's go in real quick and add the battery pack so I can run the cameras. I'll normally just stick that right off the back end of my seat. And then flip it up that way. Bake. Alright, now we can finish taking care of stuff. Alright, let's link that to the camera, the monitor, or vice versa. I'm going to show the power on the seat. Now, I only want to hook these two individual batteries to the gyroscope so it doesn't get too much power. Then I will... Oh, whoops. Hit the wrong button. Let's relink those. Or relink that one. Show power there. There we go. Okay, that's set. Essentially, we're just going in the fine-tuning. You can just follow along. Here you can set how the camera looks and views everything. If you have a larger field of view, such as 90, you can see more items, but it's zoomed out. If you put it smaller, like at a 10, it zooms in really good. So we're going to link that to this monitor. We have it already linked to there. Okay, let's go ahead and link the RPM to the seat. We're going to go ahead and make sure your flap input has horizontal, because that's going to turn you left and right. Show your RPM there. And let's go ahead and edit that screen. We'll put one here, and it'll be easy to tell these apart, because the front Hovercraft cushion only powers up to, I believe, like 2,000-3,000 RPM. I don't remember exactly. Alright. Alright, looks like we actually need to link the fuel as well. Show fuel. I'm just going through the last final setups now. Okay, and we want to be able to look around, and we want to show our speed. I'm not going to worry about a crosshair, and if you have to worry about altitude, you built your hovercraft wrong. Alright, I'm going to hit control. Alright, my flaps are working. Let's turn everything on. If I drop this, and I turn on my front Oh, actually, you know what? I did not do one thing. We need to change this because it's currently mixed your throttle up and down with this. I do throttle up to, throttle down to, because it's currently the same throttle up down, one throttle down, so it's the same as your engine. You don't want that. All right, let's try that again. All right, do the physics. Now I hit my second thruster. All right, see how that raises us up and we start bouncing? You don't want to bounce. You want just enough that you're barely moving. Okay, I'm going to move over here. There we go. Yeah. That means we're working. I'm going to lock the camera. Let's go ahead and add a little thrust. See if we can't tool around the... And if you find yourself catching, just add more thrust to that front edge. Whoa! There we go. Physics. Now, hovercrafts work a little different than other vehicles because you still are going in your one momentum. It takes a while for you to go into a new momentum. And there is no reverse as well. All right. Let's take this puppy out and turn the physics off. Take a picture of our newly created behemoth. All right, let's see how this thing does. Okay, I want to turn on the cushions just a little bit and start heading forward. Make sure there we go. So the top one is my rear thrusters. We're just tooling along. Currently going about 167. Let's take this on the water. Whoa! Okay, hint for the future. Let's try not to hit the water so fast. I think that's actually the first time I've taken a hovercraft over 100 kilometers per hour at a high angle into the water. Let's go ahead and throw that in there and show you it floats. There we go. But you cannot hit the water at a high rate of speed. That is a definite. Alright. You can see if you go nice and slow, curve into the water, goes really good. Now let's go ahead and add some speed out here. Let's see if we can't smooth that out by adding some more thrust on our cushions. There we go. Maxes out at 7,000 RPM, looks like. Let's slow down the engine. Let's see if we can't turn around here. There, 65 seems like a nice speed that it likes. Nice and smooth. Alrighty. Let's open this puppy up and see what happens. Oh, as you can see sideways behind us. Now you can adjust that, like I said, with the camera, the yaw and the pitch on the camera. Now if you find yourself drifting like this to the left, you can also adjust in the performance settings the fine-tuning of those so you're going straight. I think this is just because of my high rate of speed. It's just throwing me off. So when I slow it down, I seem to go just fine in a straight line. Alrighty. Go into shore. Whoosh. Now you can, like I said, you can add cannons on these. And, whoa! Alrighty, well I hope you enjoyed today's episode and it gave you a few ideas about building a hovercraft. Now remember, you can make all kinds of additions and adjustments as you see fit. Just got to adjust the physics for it. Have a good one!